Hi sir, welcome to assignment 4 socket programming demo. So before demoing the actual program, let me go through some of the codes briefly. So on the left I have the client code, on the right I have the server code. So the first step to do is always to initiate the server, which is called by this function, and we will prompt for the port number that the server will connect to, and after that the server holds and wait for the client connection, and after that we initialize the client and we will be prompted the server IP and the server port number to connect to. And once the connection is established, the client program will prompt for the username and then send over the username to the server for display. After that, the client will proceed with generating the RSA key pairs, the public key and the private key. And after that, the public key will have to be encoded in hex format, and the SHA-1 hash of the public key will also be generated. And both the hex encoded public key and the SHA-1 hash of the public key will be sent over to the server over here, and the server will tokenize the response into the key hash. After that, the public key will be decoded from the hex format and verified against the SHA-1 hash received earlier. So in this verify key function, the public key will first go through a SHA-1 hashing generation and compare against the key hash sent over from the client. So once that is done, the server will proceed with generating the session key used for ideal encryption and decryption. After that, along with the session key, the initialization vector will also be generated, and the session key will be encrypted as well as a hash, SHA-1 hash of it will be generated, and both of these will be sent over to the client, which the client will decrypt the session key and also use that to verify with the SHA-1 hash. And after that, the server will proceed with encrypting and sending the initialization vector generated earlier. The same process, encrypting with the RSA public key and generating a SHA-1 hash, sent over to the client, and the client will also decrypt and verify the SHA-1 hash. Then once both parties have the correct session key and the initialization vector, we can proceed with data communication, and the client will always be the first one to send message. So we will prompt the client for a message, which we will encrypt using the session key and initialization vector using a CFB mode. Then after that, concatenate all the message and also the flag, which is the username, and send over to the server. And the server gets the data. Then the server will decrypt the message using the same session key and initialization vector. And after that, the server prompts for a message and can then send data back to the client using the same process, using the same encryption process. So in the next part, we'll be demoing using two laptops connecting to the same wireless network using the command prompt. And before we start the program, we want to make sure that both laptops have the client and server program located in the C drive under the user folder. So let us look at the program now.